Yes, everyone, good morning, and welcome to Hello Pilipinas. Today is Sunday, July 28, 2024, and we'll be here to share you some latest lifestyle updates and entertainment news. And of course, we will also be giving you the latest news headlines that you need to know with koolNews early edition throughout the Hello Pilipinas. Okay, so let's begin with what happened yesterday. So apparently, my dual gun did not go on air yesterday due to geometrics circumstances. So there was a replay error on TVH Network, but there was a replay error on TVH Network, but there is not. But on koolFM there was no replay, and my dual gun live didn't air. Yeah, my dual gun replay did not air on koolFM, so there was a mix of music automation and the classic hits until 11:30 p.m. That is until Talk with Sen. So Talk with Sen replay was aired as scheduled, although it is under a replay. But again, my dual gun was replaced with music automation and the classic hits the classic hits, but at least for first 30 minutes I would say, because so pretty much I have to say here. And let me see, why did Geometric decide to cancel my dual gun yesterday? I wonder what the reason. Okay, so before the last few minutes, last 7 minutes before my tool gone, he 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 notified me that he cannot proceed to the show because he had a breakdown. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Because that we don't know. That's why Geometric had a breakdown and he couldn't go to the show yesterday. So yeah, that's why my Tulugan in the last minute was already airing. Not already, but in the last minute decision, my Geometric said he has something issues with, and that's why he had to cancel the live airing yesterday, and that's why my Tulugan replay was airing on TVH Network, while on koolFM was playing music automation to fill in my Tulugan. So there's that, along with the first 30 minutes of the classic hits before the Talk with Sen replay. So there's that one. Okay. So speaking of which, Asphere Cafe will also be returning on air tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, Asphere Cafe will be returning on air tomorrow. So I have said this yesterday that I have scrapped my plans to rebrand Asphere Cafe into two separate shows for now. Yeah, for now at least. For now. Alright, so now let's start what we have on here today. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's go to let me open that. Yes, I am using a different browser now, so I'm not using Edge, I'm using Arc browser. It is still based on Chromium, but the Arc browser is really good, so I hope you guys can try that out someday. But the Arc browser is promising, so I'll show you now. Whoops, I don't want to share this here. I'm just sharing the whole frame here. Okay, so hopefully you can see it. There you go. So as you can see, guys, we are about to show you the lifestyle stuff right now. And yes, I have what is it called again? Where is it? Picture. There you go. So yeah, I have a picture mode in front of the Pilipinas. So I guess this is going to be part of lifestyle stuff today. So hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully I'm not getting cut out here. Let me just hopefully, but yeah, if I get cut out, it's unfortunate. But Hmm. Okay, where is it? There it is. Okay, now let's start. Lifestyle here. Okay, let me introduce you to this one, which is San Juan Ice Cream Bar, which is potentially going to be the Asian Ben and Jerry's. Yes, if you guys don't know what Ben and Jerry's is, it's basically an ice cream brand where basically well known. Okay, so this so-called Asian Ben and Jerry's is cold folks in an ice cream bar. So they're located in San Juan, obviously. So let's begin. Ice cream will never go out of season, especially in a country where hot is particularly the only temperature, and where where faithful scoops and cones are commonplace. Those behind cold folks at the corner house in San Juan look to be that new kid on the block, serving even more dense dollops of the frozen dessert in waffle cones and cups. These vessels, caramelized and crisp to perfection, complement the new dessert stand's ice cream with added texture and flavor. Our favorites: Dulce de leche, Oreo cheesecake, strawberry basil, and tiramisu. Oh ho ho, that's something. Cold Folks prides itself on having all flavors made from scratch at the Apters Gelato and Coffee Dessert Cafe in Thomas Morato. We don't skim out on the ingredients. Every bite has an ingredient. It's overindulgent. That's the concept of Cold Folks, says owner Vincent Vidalas. So this is the I'm gonna show here. So this is the ice cream here, as you can see. So look at this. This is very colorful. I'm gonna be honest. This is very colorful. But yeah, that you have a lot of flavors to choose from. I think this is tiramisu if I remember correctly. But dang, this is strawberry. I think this is cheesecake. I'm not sure, but man, that's a lot of flavors as you can see here. But my gosh, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay, now let's continue. Fredoless previously worked as a software developer for a little over 2 years. Oh, that's interesting. So the owner of the cafe was a software developer. Wait. The owner of the cafe was a software developer. That's hey, good choice, man. Hey, good choice. During that period, he launched his own Zatsu franchise before opening Yogi Frozen Yogurt in Mercado. In 2012, he opened up to Gelato and Coffee in Thomas Morato. During the pandemic, the business pivoted to providing online deliveries, supplying restaurants and cafes, and catering. It wasn't until Fidelis' friend, who owns the corner house in San Juan, asked him to open a new ice cream brand that Cold Folks eventually came to life in October 2023. I love desserts. Even though I am an IT graduate, I study making gelato. It's really my passion to make ice cream, says Fidelis. So you can see this is the official Instagram post. Thankfully, this is not blocked this time, so you get to see this, and you get to see the official Instagram post from Cold Folks themselves. So look at this. I'm really craving for this one. I really want to try this now. Dang it. After reading this, I really, really want to try this. My gosh. Oh my gosh. This ice cream looks pretty good. Yes, this ice cream looks pretty good. I have to say this. This ice cream looks pretty good. So, they're showing Empire State Oreo cheesecake. There you go. Empire State. Okay, you can see this. Empire State Oreo cheesecake. There's that one. We combine bits of New York cheesecake with Oreo cookies swirled into vanilla ice cream. Now you just need to decide. Dang! So there's that one. Now, for the atomy of ice cream, while they take pride in creating their ice cream from scratch, it wasn't always like that. Fidelis says the chef was inspired by a hard-learned lesson. Before the pandemic, they would order paste and other processed ingredients for the ice cream. Now, once supply lines were cut and these weren't so readily available anymore, the team the team shifted to producing from scratch. So that's a good decision, I would say. And let's have a look here. Let's have a look. So this is the Delich and Demont. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Leche, there you go. And if we look here, very neat. But yeah, this is strawberry basil, as you can see here. Next one is mango yogurt, as you can see, and the famous in Coke Empire Oreo cheesecake. Look at that. Look at that. Yo, so this is nice, huh? Oh, you guys are it. Pandemic, we lost ingredients due to lack of imports. From the moment we decided to make things from scratch, we haven't faced any more problems with sourcing, says Fidelis, noting that the new process has even led to creating a self-sustaining ecosystem between code folks and others. Well, how? For one, their Oreo cheesecake flavor, which is one of their best sellers, contains actual cheesecakes. Yeah, there you go. Actual cheesecakes they prepare and sell in the Quezon City Cafe. Dang, that's interesting. This passion to sustain their food business, according to the Gazelle entrepreneur, includes the goal of making Cold Folks the Asian counterpart of Ben and Jerry's. Though all of the target, Fidelis has made steps to ensure his growing brand takes after the characteristics that have made the American ice cream line renowned worldwide, that is, the generous amount of mix and chewable bits inside each scoop. And here is tiramisu. There you go, this is tiramisu. This is the flavor here. He really looks yummy. He really looks yummy, my goodness. Oh man, I really want to try this. I can't. This is so much. I really want to try this one. To illustrate, the crunch of the salted caramel flavor comes digestive cookies they bake in-house. The tiramisu flavor is also made from the actual tiramisu sold in others. Again, this is really good. This is a really good statement there, from what I'm hearing. The mascarpone is made from scratch. The ladyfingers are made from scratch. It's a deconstruction of a tiramisu. We use the basic ingredients of tiramisu and turn it into ice cream, says Fidelis. So again, that is a very good strategy. Fidelis, very good strategy. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Very, very good business strategy to kickstart your own ice cream brand that were once sourced from other ice cream importers to making your own ice cream. So that's again a very good strategy move. The Coke folks of the day is actually not yet the fully fleshed out vision Fidelis had in mind. Described as an ice cream bar, the corner house dessert stand was meant to have several stations. One where visitors can select their packaging, cup, waffle cone, and waffle cup. Second, where the specific ice cream flavor is selected. And lastly, where toppings such as frozen fruits, cereals, and Oreos can be added. It will come, however, with Fidelis reassures. More recently, Cold Folks also added a new item to the menu, lava cake a la menthe, which comprises an actual lava cake made in, you guessed it, afters, and is topped with an ice cream scoop of choice and a chocolate hard shell sauce. See, so again, this is really good. Outside, anticipating the release of more ice cream and yogurt flavors. And with his eyes set on expansion, he is also looking at opening more branches with locations at Rockwell and Molito, Alaban as likely candidates. Damn. Okay. So again, guys, this is looking really, really good. There again, I'm already impressed from the beginning. That when the moment when I read this one, I'm already impressed. They're already they're already making their own ice cream from scratch. They're sourcing some stuff they have from outdoors. If I got it right, again, a really good strategy, move strategy rather. So this is awesome. And recently, they also have launched an online ordering platform. So I'm definitely going to order this next month to try this out. So let's take a look at their website right now, shall we? Okay, so here it is. This is the official Code Folks website ice cream as we speak. Again, it looks pretty good. Yeah, again, it looks pretty good. So this is their welcome page, I suppose. So you'll be greeted with this one for pickup once you. Okay, so they also have a promo. They have a promo alert apparently. So free Code Folks turbo back for every order of 4 picks. Or sorry, 4 pints. There you go, 4 pints. Cannot be combined with any promo or discount. So for pickup, once you place your order, just wait for an email and or text from our dispatcher letting you know it's ready. And then you can swing yourself or arrange your own courier to pick it up. And for delivery, sit back and relax. You'll get tracking details via email once your rider heads to the store, so you can follow your treat's journey to your door. So they do accept payments for GCash, GrabPay, and credit card. Sadly, no Maya. They don't have Maya included, but they have GCash and GrabPay. So let's have a look here. Let's say I'm not going to actually order right now, but let's say I want to have it delivered, and then I want to have pre-ordered. I want to say Sunday. I want to have this ice cream by 6 p.m. And there you go. This once we pick everything here, this brings up the list here. So you can choose one of the flavors you want to get. Of course, the starting price is 550 pesos, so that's kinda expensive, but it is what we expected because that's their own ice cream that they make from scratch. So you can expect that premium price to be there. So you have basic folk. I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me just do that now. Can I zoom in here? Hang on. Is it possible to zoom in? Oh, okay, no, I can't. Okay, well, anyway, so you have basic folk, Hintan, whoops, I apparently got disconnected. Let me just get back there in a bit. But you have basic folk, Hintan vanilla. You have salty, AF, salted caramel. That's a really good name there. You have bubble gum. Hey, bubble gum. Leche, deluxe, triple cake, chocolate lava. Okay, that's that's really nice. That's really funny. Nutty Professor Harleen Pistachio, strawberry crush, strawberry basil, minty fresh chocolate chip, caffeine loaded coffee almond crunch, Empire State Oreo cheesecake, macadamia. It's complicated tiramisu. Wow, their name. Very good. Very good, very good. It's complicated tiramisu. Okay, let me just get back to Roblox right now. Okay, alright. So let's continue here. Again, their name is very funny, but damn. It's very complicated tiramisu. Oh my gosh. The perfect matcha strawberry jam, hazy hazelnut chocolate, lemon mint, peppermint mocha, red velvet, and of course, Code Folks throwback that can hold 4 pints. So if you order 4, I think this is going to cost you, let me just calculate that real quick. 550 times 4, it's 2,200 pesos for 4 pints if I get it right. But yeah, that's going to cost you if you order 4 ice creams for your members, family members. So yeah, very worth it. And then you have the, and then for the extras you have the waffle cone and waffle bowl. Both cost 50 pesos each. Okay, so look at that. Very cool, and this is their address where they're located. So they're located at GF Market 07, T Corner House, 455P, Guayrafa Street, Additional Hills, 15,500, San Juan. And most likely they're located in Metro Manila. So they did not explain that, but they're located in Metro Manila. But yeah, once again, guys, this is pretty awesome to start this show. This code folks, dude, not dude, but this this code folks right here, guys. I have to say, after reading the Inquirer lifestyle article, I really want to try this one. So now I will be making a poll in just a bit. Let me just grab my Chrome. To give me a second, I'm going to be making yeah, again, give me a second. I'm going to be making a poll about the ice cream that I just showed you. So just give me a second. Sadly, this is the polls will only be on our TGON Productions, but yeah, TGON news viewers. If you want to vote which flavors are which we if you wanna vote whether you want to visit this cafe, unfortunately you will have to go to TGON Productions. Unfortunately you will have to go to TGON Productions YouTube channel for that one, since yeah, TGON News is basically for koolNews Early Edition on part of Hello Pilipinas, and it's being simulcast. So there's that one. Okay, now let's go to live streaming thing here. I'm just waiting. There we go. The top chat has loaded, and I'm going to start the poll now. Okay. All right. So let me ask this question: is it worth? Do you think? I'm sorry. Will you try code folks aiming to be Asian? That okay. I'll start poll, and the poll should be up in just a few moments. There you go. Okay, the polls are now live, so you can go ahead and start voting now, and ask yourself: will you try quote folks that's aiming to be Asian Ben and Jerry's? The poll ends at 8 a.m. All right, it is now 25 minutes past 7, and we will get ready for koolNews early edition right here. So stick around, people. Again, 7:25, and we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Busog pa!
Starts at 12 pesos SRP.
Sakit ng ulo, sakit ng katawan, lagnat! Sakit ng ulo.
Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews Early Edition.
Good morning and welcome to koolNews Early Edition. Today is Sunday, July 28, 2024, and we will be here to serve you the latest news headlines, what you need to know from yesterday and today. Now let's get into the headlines. The Philippine Red Cross renewed its appeal to the donor community and the general public to continue supporting its emergency relief and rehabilitation efforts, this time for the victims of Silver Typhoon Karina. The PRC issued the call on Saturday as it reported the full mobilization of its volunteers and volunteers, and resources for simultaneous relief operations in areas affected by severe flooding in Metro Manila and other regions due to the monsoon rains enhanced by the typhoon. As of Friday afternoon, the PRC Operations Center had recorded 114,619 displaced individuals who are currently staying in 586 evacuation centers in Metro Manila, Ilos Norte, Ilos Sur, Iloilo, Batangas, Nasugbu, Cagayan, Occidental Mindoro, Bulacan, and Rizal Province. Over 500 individuals have received assistance, and more than 400 were rescued by PRC emergency response units in Manila, Malabon, Quezon City, Malacanang, San Juan, Valenzuela, Rizal Province, and Zambales. Multi-purpose response trucks, ambulance units, and food trucks have been mobilized in Metro Manila, while rescue boats were sent to Quezon City, Valenzuela, Caloocan, Malabon, and Marikina. PRC water search and rescue teams have also been activated to rescue individuals trapped in their homes, stuck on roofs, and other elevated areas due to knee and chest deep flooding. Around 21,500 individuals have since received hot meals delivered by Red Cross volunteers to families in evacuation centers, while clean water has been distributed by the PRC's water, sanitation, and hygiene kit to 129 families in Cavite. Convening a meeting early morning on July 24, as the first effects of Carina were being felt, PRC Chair and Chief Executive Officer Dick Gordon ordered the immediate deployment of manpower, emergency vehicles, and equipment, as well as 24/7 assessment and monitoring of all on-the-ground activities. I immediately mandated our 102 chapters to mobilize the Red Cross 143 volunteers because we don't want people to die. If you need assistance, contact our operations center right away by calling 143. This is a dangerous storm. I pray for everyone's safety. A PRC statement quoted Gordon as saying, PRC Secretary General Gawen Pang said the Red Cross remain prepared and equipped to respond to all kinds of emergencies throughout this raining season. Pang reminded the public to always have a so-called go-bag ready for non-perishable food, water, flashlight, first aid, and hygiene kits, clothes, and other essential goods for at least 72 hours, which can easily take should they need to leave their homes during an emergency. Okay. Public school teachers, many of whom leave the Okay, my bad. Okay, let's continue. Public school teachers, many of whom leave the service in low-level positions, now have the opportunity to boost their careers through new teachings and administrative positions created by the Department of Education. But according to teachers' groups, these positions will have a limited impact on school teachers because the shortage of teachers as well as their heavy workload remains serious in these incentives and work. Education Secretary Juan Edgardo Angara, in a ceremony on Friday, signed the implementing rules and regulations institutionalizing the career progression policy of Executive Order 174, which then President Rodrigo Duterte issued in 2022. According to the DepEd, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had endorsed that order to the department and also referred to it in his State of the Nation address last Monday, saying that no teachers should retire in the low-level position of Teacher 1. Under the new IRR, the new positions of Teacher 4 to Teacher 6 will have salary grades 14 to 17, or monthly salaries of 33,000 pesos to 46,000 pesos. Another new position, Master Teacher 5, will be given salary grade 22, or about 71,000 to 79,000 pesos. Also created were the positions of School Principals 1 to 4. With these positions, Angara said school administrators occupying a total of 140,000 posts would be available for promotion by next year. Budget Secretary Amanda Pangandaman, who was at Friday's signing, said her agency will allocate 6.1 billion pesos for the EO's full implementation by next year at the latest. We can get more from the miscellaneous funds if the budget isn't enough, she told reporters. Teachers Dignity Coalition Chair Rancho Basas, who also attended the signing ceremony, acknowledged that EO 174 is one of the long-standing advocacies of his group. The policy will ensure that teachers will advance their positions while remaining as classroom teachers, he said in a statement. TTC also acknowledges the signing of his IRR while we continue to call for higher salaries for teachers. But in an interview with reporters on Friday, he also noted that the real problem that forces teachers to leave is the amount of work they have to do, and most of those tasks are non-teaching related. Teachers are still doing so much work because the truth is they never hired additional personnel to do the administrative tasks, he said, adding that the DepEd had earlier issued a directive, Term Order Number 2, which relieves teachers of administrative duties. Aside from hiring more staff, giving teachers a substantial salary increase would help resolve the sense among teachers that they do not see any progress in their lives up in our country, Basas added. Pagkadaman said teachers are due to get a pay hike under the Salary Standardization Law 6, although that proposal is still pending in the Senate. Two of the four pending Senate bills, altered by Senators Jingo Estrada and Roman Rila Jr., respectively seek to raise the entry-level salary of public school teachers by 2,700 pesos. These salaries are currently at around 27,000 pesos. Basas maintained that teachers would need a pay increase of at least 15,000 pesos. There are more than 900,000 teachers employed in about 47,000 public schools nationwide. Okay, let's continue now. Sorry, my internet connection got dropped off, so apologies for that one. Senate Minority Leader Aquino Pimentel III on Saturday threatened to push for the abolition of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corp PAGCOR if it refuses to fully comply with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s directive to shut down all Philippine offshore gaming operators, or POGOs. Just a reminder to PAGCOR, follow President Marcos' instruction to the letter, Pimentel said in a radio interview. The Senate might repeal the presidential decree that created you, if you will, countermand the instruction of the principal, the president, by hiding behind the new initials you invented, he said. The opposition senator said he was informed that PAGCOR may claim that Mr. Marcos' announcement during his third State of the Nation address only covered POGOs and not internet gaming licensees. The state gaming regulator had been using the term IGLs for offshore gaming establishments authorized to operate in the country. We feel that PAGCOR would meddle the issue because they changed the name of POGO to IGL. Don't do that because we'll really get mad at you and we will not stop from investigating you, Pimentel said. A day after the president received positive response from legislators for his decision to put an end to POGOs, PAGCOR Chair Alejandro Tanco told the House of Representatives the ban will include the remaining 43 IGLs. The president's orders are very clear. I am instructing PAGCOR to wind down the operations of all POGOs, Tanco said at the joint hearing of the House Committee on Public Order and Safety and Committee on Games and Amusement. I cannot wind down the operations of illegal POGOs because those are not within my jurisdiction. But the 43 in my jurisdiction, that's clear. I will wind them down. I will follow the president's order, he said. Despite Tanco's assurance, Pimentel reiterated there was no need for the president to issue an executive order for PAGCOR to implement his directive. What he said during SONA was very clear. What the president did at the end of his speech was very good because he saved the best for last, he said. I was actually teasing Tango that you run up to POGO so that you'll be Pogi, handsome, he added. POGOs, which flourished during the Duterte administration, initially started as gaming facilities catering mostly to residents of mainland China. Authorities later discovered Poco House have become venues of cybercrimes, human trafficking, and physical abuse. The oil tanker Terra Nova has started to leak, the Philippine Coast Guard said on Saturday, raising fears of what may become the worst oil spill in the country's maritime history. The Terra Nova, owned by Shotgun Chips Co. Incorporated, was carrying more than 1.4 million liters of industrial fuel when she sank in rough waters about 7 kilometers east of Limay, Bataan on Thursday. There is a minimal leak seen on the valve of the oil tanker, but it is not alarming, said Rear Admiral Armand Balido, spokesperson for the PCG. But the minimal leak, Balido conceded, has discharged enough industrial fuel to cover an area of 14.4 square kilometers from a slit 3.7 kilometers long on Thursday, according to the Philippine Space Agency. Still, Balido maintained that the leak was manageable since the cargo tank has remained intact. Hopefully, it will stay like that until we can start siphoning tomorrow Sunday, he said, adding that the salvor was already in the area and was just awaiting the arrival of a sister vessel that would carry the recovered oil. Balido did not identify the PCG contracted salvor, but the cargo is owned by the SL Hubbard Bulk Terminal Incorporated, and the ship is managed by the Vaga Ship Management, which took responsibility for the Terra Nova's crew of 17, including one who was found dead in the bay hours after the sinking. On Friday, Balido said the oil spill was moving northeast, but changed its direction to southwest on Saturday, which could possibly affect the towns of Naik in Cavite, Nasugbu in Batangas, and Mariveles in Bataan. He also confirmed that an oil sheen has reached the coast of Bulacan, but hoped that this would eventually dissipate under the heat of the sun. He called for a suspension of fishing in Manila Bay, which will affect fishers in Metro Manila and the provinces of Cavite, Bulacan, and Bataan to prevent people from eating contaminated fish. The PCG has already deployed some floating barriers and oil disappearance to contain the oil spill as ordered on Saturday by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who ordered agencies to cooperate in making oil spill booms made of indigenous materials like coconut coir. Marcos saw for himself on Saturday the oil slick that was moving toward Bulacan when he flew over the area to assess the damage of the bad weather. Let's get started. We know how to make those, the president said in Malolos City in Bulacan on the third day of inspections of the damage caused by the southwest monsoon enhanced by Super Typhoon Karina. Marcos created an inter-agency task force to mitigate the effects of the oil slick, with the Office of Civil Defense as the lead agency. Let's get all the commercials we can get. I'm sure there will be offers, but it's not going to be enough, he added. Similar coconut coir booms were made by residents of Oriente Mindoro in February last year because of the oil spill from the MT Princess Empress that sank off the town in Nujan. The president noted that commercial oil spill booms were expensive and suggested that the government's cash forward programs be tapped in getting residents to help make the indigenous booms. Our immediate concern is to have those booms, those made from indigenous materials. Hopefully we won't have to use them. The important thing is to install them as soon as we can, he said. Environment Secretary Major Antonio Yulo Yorsanga said they were monitoring the situation, but did not specify whether funds have already been allocated to. Allocated for affected fisher folk who have already been barred from sailing out to sea. We are on the lookout now for the possible contamination that could have happened in the wetlands in the coastline areas, not just up Bataan, but we are also looking for at Bulacan, Pampanga, and possibly Cavite because of Corregidor, she said. We have cordoned off the area, said PCG Chief Admiral Ronnie Gavan. We have oil spill booms and the spraying of dispersants has been ongoing. The objective is still very clear. As ordered by the President, we will prevent oil spill from hitting land. Teka. Okay. We will have one more headline and then we will stop it here because we will do another headlines in the second cap in the next hour of Hello Pilipinas. But We will continue. We will continue. Okay. And as the Venezuelan vessels successfully delivered food, water, and other necessities to Filipino troops at Ayukin Sakatama Shoal on Saturday without incident for the first time since China Coast Guard personnel violently blocked a similar resupply mission in June, according to Philippine and Chinese government reports. The unimpeded delivery of essential supplies followed what the Department of Foreign Affairs called for an understanding early this month between Philippine and Chinese officials in a meeting to Manila to prevent a repeat of a June 17 attack by the CCG in which a Philippine Navy sailor lost a finger. The two sides, however, gave different accounts of how the resupply was conducted, with the CCG saying that it had supervised the entire operation. It was the first rotation and reprovisioning mission conducted under the embed of the understanding reached between the Philippines and the People's Republic of China on principles and approaches for the conduct of RORA missions in Ayukin for the purpose of avoiding misunderstandings and miscalculations with a pretext to national positions, the DFA said in a statement. It said that there were no untoward incidents during the RORA. China claims sovereignty over Ayukin, which is within the Philippines' 370-kilometer exclusive economic zone, where the BRB Sierra Madre had been guarded since 1999 to serve as one of the Philippine military outposts in the West Philippine Sea. Okay, and we will now stop here for... Okay, we will now stop here for the koolNews early edition, as we will continue with more headlines later in the next hour of Hello Pilipinas. In the meantime, we will be right back. We will not be right back. I'll say that later, but for now, koolNews early edition, the first part ends here. So yes, we will be right back. It is exactly 8 o'clock, and if you have just joined us to start your Sunday morning, welcome and good morning to you all. And welcome, this is Hello Pilipinas. I am Cairo, aka Asphere. And now let's get into the what's happening on entertainment now. Let me just bring up Variety as we speak. Let's go to Variety now. Well, okay, well. Looks like Deadpool and Wolverine is doing really well. This is awesome. And yeah, I'm not kidding. When I mean it, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I mean it when they are doing well in their box office. So let me just bring up the article now. Well, here it is. Disney and Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine plowed up a massive $96 million from 4,210 locations across Friday and previous screenings. That's far away. That's excuse me. That's far and away the biggest domestic opening day of the year, ahead of the $62 million that Inside Out 2 nabbed in June. Not only that, it's also the largest ever for an R-rated feature and the sixth highest of all time, not adjusted for inflation. So yeah, looks like Marvel is coming back from the dead, I guess. We'll have to wait and watch for that, but this is looking good for Marvel. So again, for Variety, that's an epic win for the Mercs with a mode and a big bounce back for Marvel Studios, which is coming off of its worst domestic performance ever with the Marvels last fall. You know what? I'll just show you the screen share so you guys can get the glance here. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully we are up here. Let's just check. Yeah, we're up. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is what I am going to be talking about. That this box office is doing well here. Okay, the records will continue to fall this weekend as the Ryan Reynolds Jackman Body Comedy heads toward one of the biggest domestic debuts of all time. It's been a long road to theaters for Deadpool and Wolverine. Reynolds' previous outing as the superhero bout in the summer of 2018 before 20th Century Fox was acquired by the Walt Disney Company. Then there was a release amid last year's WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. In recent weeks, Reynolds and Jackman have gone all out on the marketing bliss, capped with an appearance at San Diego Comic-Con on Thursday alongside director Sean Levy and co-star Emma Corrin. For the fans, Deadpool and Wolverine is meeting that high. The action comedy nabbed a glowing 8 grade through audience survey firm Cinema Score. Both prior Deadpool entries also landed that score. Reviews have been largely positive too, though the event status of the film has seemed inevitable for some time now. How such a fan service first film holds after the first weekend of eager viewers is up in the air, but there's certainly a lot of positivity on its side. With these opening numbers, the film is already looking to be a huge success with a $200 million production budget. Even with a massive hit arriving on the scene though, there's still some business for the holdovers. Ambulance Twisters took in $10.2 million on Friday with a projection for a $36 million haul through the disaster sequels as for more outing. That will be 56% down from opening, a significant but hardly rippling drop for a blockbuster contending against a much hyped Marvel production. After 1 week in theaters, the Universal release is already the 9th biggest domestic hit of the year. Total gross should reach about $155.6 million after its first 10 days. Universal also gets third place with Despicable Me 4, which is looking at $14.5 million in its 4 outing. The Illumination animated production will overtake Dawn Part 2 with $282 million that reached it this weekend to become the second highest grossing domestic release of the year. It will be behind Disney's Inside Out 2, still pulling in significant business in its 7th weekend of release. The Pixel sequel will nab fourth place after earning $2.5 million on Friday. It will surpass Incredibles 2 on Saturday to become the highest grossing animated feature ever in North America. And finally, Neon's horror breakout Longlegs runs out the top 5, with rivals estimating $6.8 million and a 43% drop for the third weekend of the cult procedural thriller. Domestic total on the indie production should reach a stellar $58 million by the end of the weekend. Okay, sorry about that one, but so what? Okay, okay, there you go. The screenshot works now. All right, so let's continue with the rest. Let's see. Okay, am I missing something? Am I missing something? I like the rest here. Okay, Paris Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking about that. This covers the U.S. broadcaster for NBC. This covers the U.S. broadcaster of Paris Olympics, which is NBC, which we'll get into that now. Still loading. Alright. I finished loading. Okay. Yes, this is going to be part of sports, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's begin. The watery spectacle of Friday's opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Games delivered 28.6 million viewers for NBC Universal platforms, making it the most watched kickoff for a Summer Olympics since London in 2012. Last night's opening ceremony, one of the most ambitious and complex in Olympic history, was a spectacle for those in attendance in Paris, delivered a huge audience across our NBC Universal platforms, and set records for Peacock, said NBC Sports President Rick Cordella. Thanks to the tireless effort of our production and engineering teams and extensive promotion, we are off to a strong start that is in line with the expectations of our NBC stations and distribution and advertising partners. We are in great position as we look forward to the next 2 weeks of completion. So how well did the Paris Olympics opening ceremony work for NBC Universal platforms? Well, let's get into that. The theatrical 4-hour ceremony that aired live on Friday afternoon in the US came in 10 million viewers higher than NBC Universal's coverage of the Tokyo opening ceremony in 2021 and more than 2 million higher than Rio in 2016, according to NBC Universal. The traditional procession of the national teams from each competing country was done this time by vote down the same, and event organizers did not disappoint on the promise of arresting visuals to kick off the event that the nation aims to be a showcase of modern France. So, yeah, NBC Universal spread the opening ceremony across its linear and streaming platforms, running live from 1:30 p.m. to 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and repeating in primetime hours from 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Live stream coverage by Peacock delivered more than 2.5 million viewers. The Telemundo Deportes presentation on NBCU's Spanish language network brought in another 666,000 viewers. Citing custom fast national data from Nielsen and Dolby Analytics, NBCU reported that the opening ceremony was the most streamed entertainment event in the 4-year history of the Peacock streamer. All told, NBCU's platforms generated more than 1 billion streaming minutes viewed on Friday, which is 6 times the viewership generated by the Tokyo Summer Olympics during the comparable frame. Oh, I'm already hungry. Ah, dang it, I'm already hungry. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Rico owner seen Wall to shutter 6 UK sites in restructuring bid. Wait, what? Okay, let's get into that. Okay, well, meanwhile, a major player in the UK cinema market has revealed plans to close 6 of its locations as part of a broader restructuring plan aimed at revitalizing the company's financial health. The sites slated for closure include Glasgow Parkhead, Bedford, Kingley, Loughborough, Yete, and Woodton Circus. Well, what happened? Well, it cites as increasingly high and unsustainable operating costs. The company's restructuring efforts extend beyond disclosures and encompassing a strategy to renegotiate lease terms and reduce rents to market levels at select UK locations. Cineworld's proposed RP, if approved by the court, is expected to take effect in late September 2024. The plan aims to provide the cinema chain with access to additional funding, reduce liabilities, and support a significant capital expenditure program in the UK. Employees at the affected sites will enter a consultation process, with Cineworld pledging to offer redeployment opportunities and nearby locations where possible. The company emphasized that the total number of impacted sites remains fluid until the restructuring process concludes. As Cineworld spokesperson stated, we are implementing a restructuring plan that will provide our company with a strong platform to return our business to profitability, further investment from the group, and ensure a sustainable long-term future for Cineworld in the UK. Check my Roblox. And there. Cineworld owns the Regal Cinema chain in the US. The RP will not affect Cineworld's operations outside the UK, and that the company assured that all its UK cinemas will continue to operate normally during the restructuring period. Oh, I'm really hungry. Okay, I have to get the food ready. But the closure of these 6 Cineworld locations comes on the heels of recent shutdowns within the company's Picture House chain. In June, Picture House confirmed the closure of 3 London sites: Fulham Road, Stratford East, and Bromley Picture House. Alright, there's that one. So yeah. And yeah. Wait, there's more. What's this one? Okay. Okay, apparently damn, okay. Celine Dion's okay, well, not yet, but I suppose what they're saying it's good. Let me just check. Okay, this video is not available in your location. Oh boy, oh well. Well, no way, I can't see it. Okay, guys, it's now 15 minutes past 8, and we will be getting ready for another gap of koolNews early edition, including the weather forecast that you need to know later. Alright, so with that, it is now 60 minutes past 8, and Hello Pilipinas will be right back.
Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews Early Edition.
And we're back with koolNews Early Edition. Before we continue with our headlines, here's our weather forecast from Pakasa Weather Specialist, Grace Castaneda.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ngayon ay July 28, 2024 at narito ang update ukol sa maging lagay ng panahon sa susunod na 24 oras. Kaninang alas 3, yung low pressure area na minomonitor natin ay huling namataan sa layong 440 kilometers silangan ng Katarman, Northern Samar. Nananatili pong mababa yung tsansa nito na maging bagyo, ngunit hindi pa rin natin inaalis yung possibility na sa mga susunod na araw ay ito ay may-develop at maging isang ganap na bagyo. So continuous monitoring pa rin po tayo at patuloy na magantabay sa updates na ipapalabas ng Pag-asa. At ngayong araw, itong LPA na ito ay magdudulot din ng mataas na tsansa ng mga pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog dito sa silangang bahagi ng Southern Luzon at Visayas. So pag-iingat po para sa ating mga kababayan sa posibilidad ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Samantala, ang southwest monsoon o habagat naman ay umiiral pa din dito sa kanlurang bahagi ng Luzon kung saan ngayong araw ay magdudulot pa rin po ito ng mga kalat-kalat na pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog dito naman yan sa kanlurang bahagi ng northern at central Luzon. At sa nalalabing bahagi naman po ng ating bansa ngayong araw ay meron lamang tayong mararanasan pa din ng mga isolated na mga pag-ulan, dulot ng habagat at ng mga localized thunderstorms. At para nga sa magiging lagay ng panahon ngayong araw ng linggo, maulap na kalangitan at mga kalat-kalat na pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog pa rin ng mararanasan dito sa Ilocos Region, maging sa bahagi din ng Zambales at Bataan, dulot po yan ng habagat. Samantala, dulot naman ng low pressure area ay meron din tayong mararanasan ng maulap na kalangitan at mga kalat-kalat na pag-ulan dito naman sa Bicol Region, maging sa bahagi din ng Quezon. So pag-iingat po para sa ating mga kababayan sa posibilidad ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Samantala, dito naman sa Metro Manila maging sa nalalabing bahagi pa ng Luzon ay meron namang tayong mararanasan pa rin ng mga isolated o yung mga biglaan at mga panandaliang pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog lalong-lalo na yan sa hapon at gabi, dulot ng habagat at ng mga localized thunderstorms. So kapag po tayo ay lalabas, wag pa rin natin kalilimutan yung mga pananggalang natin sa ulan, and also yung mga regional offices din natin ay nagpapalabas ng mga thunderstorm advisories or mga babala ukol sa mga pag-ulan na ito. Agwat ang temperatura sa Metro Manila ay mula 26 to 32 degrees Celsius. Samantala sa bahagi naman ng Visayas at Mindanao, maging sa bahagi din ng Palawan, dito po sa may area ng Eastern Visayas ngayong araw, makakaranas din po tayo ng mataas na tsansa ng mga pag-ulan, pagkidlat at pagkulog, dulot pa rin yan ng LPA. So muli po, pag-iingat sa mga kababayan natin dyan sa posibilidad ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Samantala sa nalalabing bahagi naman ng Visayas, maging dito sa bahagi ng Palawan at buong bahagi ng Mindanao ay magiging bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap yung ating kalangitan. Meron pa rin tayong posibilidad ng mga isolated na mga pag-ulan, dulot naman ng mga localized thunderstorms. And during severe thunderstorms, posible pa rin po maging katamtaman hanggang sa mga malalakas na pag-ulan yung ating maranasan at maaari pa rin po ito magdulot ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. So pag-iingat pa rin po para sa ating mga kababayan. Agwat ang temperatura sa Cebu ay mula 25 to 31 degrees Celsius at sa Davao naman ay 25 to 32 degrees Celsius. At para naman po sa lagay ng dagat baybayin ng ating bansa, wala na tayong nakataas na gale warning, kaya malayong makakapalaot yung mga kababayan nating mangingisda, pati na rin yung may mga maliliit na sasakyang pandagat. Dito sa Metro Manila, ang araw ay sisikat mamayang 5:39 ng umaga at lulubog mamayang 6:27 ng hapon. Patuloy po tayo magantabay sa updates na ipapalabas ng Pag-asa, at para sa mas kompletong impormasyon, bisitahin ang aming website pag-asa.dost.gov.ph. At yan po muna ang latest dito sa Weather Forecasting Center ng Pag-asa. Grace Castaneda, magandang umaga po.
Thank you very much, Grace Castaneda. Okay, now let's continue with the headlines. Alright, let's begin here. Okay, still loading. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's begin. The Mala Electrico Morocco said that power services in areas hit by Super Typhoon Karina and enhanced southwest monsoon may be fully restored on Sunday, 3 days after Karina left the country. Its consumers with no power as of 2 p.m. on Saturday were still at 9,000, with most of them residing in Metro Manila and Bulacan. Majority of the remaining affected customers are expected to be restored within the day, while full restoration is expected by tomorrow, said Jules Garida Aga, Vice President and Head of Corporate Communications of Morocco. During the onslaught of Karina on Wednesday, the number of affected customers reached 600,000. It said the areas affected by power interruptions were mostly in Metro Manila, Bulacan, Rizal, and Cavite. Some portions in Laguna, Batangas, Quezon also faced a brownout. Okay, if the generals and the developers are not always seeing eye to eye, how does one protect a highly disputed yet threatened marine ecosystem that becomes a flashpoint for geopolitical tensions? Maybe it's up to the men and women of science to see past the acrimony and agree on common grounds. For some of the country's leading marine experts who study the West Philippine Sea, it means moving beyond political boundaries to push for a more collaborative, cross-regional effort to protect the biodiverse beach area. It could mean, for example, establishing marine protected areas that can be jointly managed by members of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations who have overlapping maritime claims. It could also mean more scientific cooperation among scientists who also monitor the area. For one thing is for sure, isolating China from larger efforts to conserve and protect the West Philippine Sea is not an option, according to the Filipino marine scientist at a recent forum on science democracy at the University of the Philippines Center for Integrative and Development Studies. Leo Onda, Wilfredo Licunanan, and Charina Amando Repolo agreed it would be counterproductive to just engage in figure reporting as to who was responsible for the documented destruction of coral reefs in the West Philippine Sea when we're not doing a good job ourselves. China and the Philippines have recently engaged in a blame game over who has what the most serious or widespread destruction on the bigger South China Sea, of which the West Philippine Sea is part, a waterway almost entirely claimed by Beijing. China continues to disregard the historic 2016 Asphere ruling that avoided its sweeping claims and upheld Philippine sovereign rights over the West Philippine Sea, area designated by Manila to mark its exclusive economic zone. The West Philippine Sea, a traditional fishing ground for Filipinos, is estimated to account for about a third of the country's total fisheries production, Repolo said. Repolo and Licunanan said that while it was true that China's construction of artificial islands had destroyed vast wealths of coral reefs, the Philippines' lack of long-term comprehensive monitoring and centralized databases on coral reefs and marine life in the West Philippine Sea and other areas had not helped its case either. This, on that said, had hampered the country's ability to craft management strategies or come up with mitigation and management frameworks, as we do not know what the marine resources are. While there have been hundreds of surveys of cover in the area, many led by the UP Marine Science Institute since the 1980s, Lucanan said we're not collecting enough in terms of other important information, and even if there is a need and an interest in collecting that data, the resources are not used as they should be. Coral reef management in the Philippines is falling through the cracks, said Licunanan, a biologist and university fellow for De La Salle University. How can we claim to be managing our reefs when we're not even monitoring or the data is not ending up in the central repository? The experts also noted the lack of a broader conversation on the West Philippine Sea, where much of the focus has been on security and not on its value as one of the world's most biodiverse and productive fishing grounds. In the report he altered and released in 2019, ONDA estimated that the Philippines had been losing about 33.1 billion pesos yearly since 2012 from the damage on real ecosystems, particularly at Panatang Scarborough Shoal, and despite these islands, mainly due to China's reclamation activities and illegal fishing operations, the amount represented wealth benefits in terms of fish catch, habitat health, and climate regulation, among others. Still, there are opportunities to close the gap in marine conservation in the West Philippine Sea, said Repolo, who is currently part of the team helping the Department of Environment and Natural Resources designate MPAs in the Calayan Group of Islands. There are about 300 MPAs marked by the government across the entire stretch of the West Philippine Sea, but none anywhere near the KIG, an area under the jurisdiction of Palawan Province, partly because of the overlapping territorial claims, Repolo said. But it's possible to establish MPAs there, she said. It was a belated effort by the DNR, maybe because we are not aware of before that the West Philippine Sea contribution to our economy was really that big. She does, however, acknowledge the challenge of securing this would be MPA in the Calayan Group using civilian and forces like the Bantay Hagat Dagat patrols. And if China happens to push back on that, that's going to be a problem, Repolo said. That's why we have to sit together, especially now that they're also pushing supposedly for environmental protection. And now let's get into the international headlines. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris on Saturday acknowledged the uphill climb to defeating Donald Trump in November, but said her freshly minted presidential campaign will prevail over the wild lies, quote-unquote, of her Republican rival. As Trump addressed a Bitcoin conference in Tennessee, Harris was speaking at a fundraising event in Massachusetts with celebrity guests including singer-songwriter James Taylor and Celeste Yo-Yo Ma. We are the underdogs in this race, but this is a people-powered campaign, she told the crowd at an event, which her campaign said would net $1.4 million. Donald Trump has been resorting to some wild lies about my record, and some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird, she said. The Harris campaign has adopted weird as a new catch-all for describing Trump's aggressive heretic. His attacks include allegations that Harris wants to legalize killing newborn babies, a falsehood stemming from the vice president's parliament support of abortion rights. His attacks, I already read one. Harris has made her advocacy on the issue central to her campaign against Trump, whose conservative nominees to the Supreme Court helped overturn the national right to the procedure in 2022. The former California prosecutor also challenged Trump to a debate after his campaign said this week he would not agree to keeping a September 10 televised face-off previously scheduled with Biden. I hope he reconsiders because we have a lot to talk about, she said. The United States supports Israeli efforts to end attacks on its northern border, the White House said Saturday after a strike on an Arab town in the Israeli-annexed Golan Heights raised fears of an all-out conflict with Hezbollah. Our support for Israel's security is ironclad and unwavering against all Iran-backed terrorist groups, including Lebanese Hezbollah, a National Security Council spokesman said. And speaking of the international headlines, the 17 Filipino seafarers in the custody of Houthi rebels were unharmed during the Israelis' military recent strikes on the Houthi-controlled port of Hodeidah in Yemen. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in the post on his official X, formerly Twitter account on Saturday night, said the Philippine embassy in Reddit reported that 17 seafarers of the Galaxy Leader cargo ship are safe in Hodeidah. I wish to ensure their loved ones in the Philippines that our government has not forsaken them, and we are doing everything to secure their safe return home, Marcos said. He renewed the Philippines' call for a speedy resolution of the conflicts in the Middle East so that no more lives may be lost and all can live in peace. The 17 Filipino seafarers have been held hostage for nearly 9 months by Houthi rebels from Yemen since the cargo ship was hijacked in the Red Sea in November last year. Marcos assured the government is doing every effort to ensure the safe return of the 17 Filipino hostages. The former mayor of Sagada in Mountain Province, his wife and 2 others died in a car crash while on vacation in Calgary, Canada on July 26 at 10:30 a.m. Alberta, Canada time. Citing official reports from Canada, the Sagada town government announced that former Sagada Mayor James Pacquiao Poten Jr. and wife Cambeline Joan, both age 61, cousin Arlene Guzman Badala, age 62, and her son, Jacob, age 32, were aboard the small sport automotive vehicle that collided head-on with a semi-truck hauling a grain trailer. All 4 passengers of the SUV were declared dead at the scene. The driver of the semi-truck suffered minor injuries and was treated by emergency medical service crew at the site. The Polten couple drove from Baguio City to Manila and flew to Canada on July 18. Pacquiao served 2 terms as mayor of Sagada, Mountain Province, from 2016 to 2022, leaving a legacy in the community he loved so dearly, his kids said on Saturday. His dedication to public service and his compassionate leadership will be remembered by all who knew him, they added. His wife, Cambeline, was a retired nurse from St. Luke's Hospital in Quezon City. Cambeline is survived by her brother, Paul Pruden Lumpias. After retirement, the Polden couple resided at their family home in Brookside, Baguio City. Polden was the youngest among 6 siblings and is survived by his brothers, lawyers Richard Stone Polden and Basil Polden, and father Patrick Matthew Polden, and his sister, Dr. France Jane Polden Ket-Ong. He was preceded in death by his brother Wellington Polden, his parents James Polden, and Magdalena Balcano-Poden of Sagada and Bessel Mountain Province. The couple left the 2 children, Manuel James III, who resides in Alberta, Canada, and Jimmy Ann, a nurse in South Carolina. The family has yet to issue information on the repatriation of the remains and funeral. I think we are done with the headlines. So yes, that is it for koolNews Early Edition. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back with more headlines later with koolNews at noon, koolNews at 4, 6, and koolNews Prime Time at 9. Until then, I am Cairo, aka Asphere, and we will see you later for more headlines right here on koolNews Early Edition. Goodbye for now, and good morning. And yes, we are back with Hello Pilipinas after we have just finished with our headlines with koolNews early edition. So yes, it is now 8:53 in the morning, and now let's get into, aside from entertainment, we will also be covering anime news. That is right. Okay, so as we are about to wrap up in a few minutes, we'll be sharing you some anime headlines that you might need to know. Okay, let's get into that. So, well. It looks like Demon Slayer. Oh no, the exhibition event has been postponed. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, you heard that right. The total concentration exhibition event, it has been postponed. No way. So this time it is related to the Typhoon Karina, which is pretty understandable, but yeah, it has been delayed due to Super Typhoon Karina. So now, this event has now been rescheduled, which it seems like it. So here we go. The anticipated grand opening of the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Total Consideration exhibition in the Philippines has been postponed after Metro Manila and its surrounding cities were put in a state of calamity brought on by Super Typhoon Karina. The event has been rescheduled to open on Saturday, August 3. It will run until October 7, 2024 at the new Gateway Mall 2, Quezon City. Attendees who purchase tickets for dates between July 20 and August 2 are free to visit on their date of choice and will be provided a separate lane at the entrance. So here is the announcement. We'll be zooming here. So here it is. Okay, dear value fans and attendees, we were fully prepared to welcome you to our exhibition. However, due to the impact of Typhoon Karina in the Philippines, we are compelled to reschedule the launch date to 3rd of August 2024. We understand the inconvenience this may cause. For those who have purchased tickets for dates between 20 July and 2nd August 2024, you are free to visit on your date of choice between 3rd August 2024 until 27 October 2024. Entries will be on first come, first served basis according to the venue's daily limit. And for the ticket holders out there, just present your physical ticket or e-ticket upon entrance on your preferred date of visit. And finally, should you have any questions or require further assistance, you can contact them on their Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Total Consideration Exhibit. And you can email them at support@pulpspace.com. There we go. The organizer reserves the right to modify or suspend the event if necessary. Any matters not addressed in this notice will be managed according to the organizer's regulations or interventions, with updates provided as needed. We appreciate your enthusiasm and support for our exhibition. We look forward to welcoming you to an unforgettable experience. Your safety and enjoyment are our top priorities. See you soon. Here's that one. So if we go next here, and finally, this is their follow-up as we are seeing here. In response to your feedback, we want to reassure you that we are committed to accommodating everyone on their new preferred date of visit. We have sufficient funds available to accommodate visitors throughout each day, and rest assured everyone will have the opportunity to enjoy the exhibition. To manage the flow and of followers and ensure a smooth visit for all, experience for all, there will also be two separate lanes at the entrance. So they have two lanes. Lane 1 is for those Lane 1 is for those who originally bought tickets scheduled for the day, as well as walk-in visitors. And Lane 2 is for attendees who purchased tickets from July 20 to August 2 who were affected by the postponement. There's that one. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, what do you guys think about the postponement? I know this is unfortunate. But yeah, it's really understandable that they had to do this. So there we go. Okay, so let's continue with another one. Let me just fire up real quick. It's still loading. I'm just waiting for load and then we'll get into that one. Okay, we are running out of time, 2 minutes, but we will get into Rico, which we might have missed, this one, just to be sure. So now, let's conclude this with this Rico. Okay, Rico Anime has announced a short movies project featuring 6 short episodes or movies about the daily lives of Chisato, Takina, and friends in Cafe Rico. Each of the episodes will be directed and storyboarded by different creators, with Shingo Adachi of supervising. One of the episodes will feature a script written by character designer Imiki Muru. There you go. So this is the screenshot, the teaser image. It looks pretty good here. And yeah, there's that. Whew, what an anime headlines to cover, including the event that is being held here in our country that has been affected by postponement, which is unfortunate. Now, to close off the Hello Pilipinas, we will do the brainy quote, which is our quote of the day. Okay, give me a second. Alright, here it is. Today's quote of the day: laziness may appear attractive, but work gives satisfaction, from any friend. And that is it for Hello Pilipinas this morning. As always, thank you so much to everyone who just joined us here to start your Sunday morning with us. And we will be back again next Saturday on the same time stations, that is TVH Network, koolFM, and live streaming on TGON Productions and TGON, not TVH, but TGON Productions and TGON News YouTube channels. And it's from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Not 9 p.m. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. that is. Until then, I am Cairo, aka Asphere, and we wish you a very blessed morning and good morning and hello Philippines, hello Pilipinas. We will see you next week right here. Bye-bye.